Hey YouTube, what is going on? It is Jax here back with another video, and today we're going to be testing out the new goblin drill in Pekka Bridgespam. So I've been making a lot of videos on the goblin drill, and a lot of people have been telling me that the goblin drill works really well for the battle ram in Pekka Bridgespam. So I decided to test it out today. I played live on stream. Make sure to go and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JAXCR_. If you want to be in on the live gameplay of the Twitch streams, it means a lot if you go and follow that right now and then come back to this video. And we're going to be testing out the goblin drill. I'm using the Mother Witch just because she does really well against the goblin drill too. She can actually make some piggies off of it instead of the magic archer, which really just doesn't do a whole lot versus the goblin drill. So I like the Mother Witch in this variation as well as the Dark Prince here, because the Dark Prince is a really easy and effective counter to the goblin drill, and it can give you some nice counter push as well. I would like to be using Ghost. I'm personally a bigger fan of the Ghost just because of personal preference, but the Dark Prince does work really well in this deck, so we're using it. So we'll go hop into some live games. I believe I'm currently a little bit over top 1000 global right now. So I think this card is so broken, and I really hate it. I just really don't like how the card plays. It's just, you have to counter. Like, I've literally built this deck to counter the goblin drill while also putting it in the drill. And I can't win unless I have it, because the goblin drill just does so well against. It's just better than the battle ram in this deck in almost every way on paper. So we'll start off the game. He's gonna go in for a Sparky. I think he probably meant to put that in the same lane. So we just get, like, look at that. He played a Mega. We got so much damage, man. I just don't like how that is a thing. So let's see what he does. Maybe it's a she. I don't know. I always just refer to them as he's. It's easier not to switch between them, but we're gonna use our Ewiz to kill that, and now we have the Mother Witch and the Ewiz here counter pushing. So he's going to go in for a E-Barbs there. Mother Witch is going to get on top of that. We'll set up our Dark Prince that it's going to charge. And we'll also go for a Bandit here. And I'm also just going to go for a Goblin Drill. Fine taking all this damage here, honestly, because the Goblin Drill... Now we have so much Elixir on the lane here. So I'm going to let the Sparky shoot the Drill. And yeah, actually, I don't need to do really anything else. We can zap this. And that's going to be tower down, and then we have already taken half his tower, more than half his tower. His other tower is at 500 HP. I don't even have to do anything about the Mega Man. Like, okay, this card is... No, I can't even say that, because if I was playing against the card right now, I'd really just be hating everything about it. So, do hit everything with the fireball, and then we're just going to go for a Bandit to retarget the E-Bar. We're going to let everything just lock on and do its damage. We still have a massive lead on his one tower that is still alive still. So I'm happy with where this game is at. And this definitely would not have happened with the battle ram. I definitely would be screwed right now with the battle ram. So let's see what he does here. He's going to go in for a Sparky. I'm going to Dark Prince other lane and then set up with a Mother Witch here. So my plan here is if he goes E-Barbs... Okay, this is going to be a really nice Fireball Zap in just a moment here. I'm going to go for a Goblin Drill in the middle. Oh, and I let the Sparky shoot still, which isn't great. We can go for a Fireball on top of that. Let's see. We can just Dark Prince really low here. And the Goblins from the Drill are just going to put in work. Piggy's going to tank for a Sparky shot. We can get another Piggy down. Sparky should still shoot that Piggy, and then we can Ewiz here. Go for a Goblin Drill. He's going to have another Sparky in cycle, but it's 18 seconds left. He's not going to be able to take both of my towers here. That's going to be a really easy game with Goblin Drill. Like, it's just so broken there. Every situation. It's a building now for this deck, which is perfect. It's still a win condition. It can tact like a miner and pull everything back. It's just such a versatile card, and in my opinion, it just gives out way too much value for its cost. So how do I think it works in Pekka? That's the big question. I think if you guys want to use it in Pekka, I would advise using it in Pekka right now. It's just so good, and it's like the only way to beat the Goblin Drill right now pretty much is to use it or to use like 4 counters to it. So here you actually have a counter to it and you can use it. So really don't see any reason why you shouldn't at the moment. It's definitely going to be, if not a better substitution than Battle Ram, it's going to be like 98% of the way to being as good as the Battle Ram in this deck. It's definitely going to improve a ton of matchups too. So he's going to have a Bandit and a Lumberjack, which is good for us here, I would say. Probably going to be Bridgespam. So I could have Goblin Drilled now that he used his Zap, but we're just going to see what he's got. We can go for our Zap on top of the minions. And unfortunately, we don't get the Dark Prince to get onto the tower, but we're not going to take any damage from the minions either. So let's just see what he has. Give him like a couple more seconds to make a play. Okay, he's not going to make a play, so I'm going to go for the goblin drill. Let's see how he wants to answer it. Mega Knight. Okay, so he's going to have Mega Knight, so it's probably going to be Mega Knight Balloon. So we're going to want to play our Pekka. I probably should have Pekka up high so I can block the bridge from his balloon if he's got it, but if he doesn't have it, shouldn't be the end of the world. Mega Knight going to just completely get shredded by our Pekka here. And let's see what he's going to do. So he's going to go with an Inferno Dragon. So I need to be careful. I don't want to spam into this Inferno Dragon. I could go for an Ewiz, but I usually only like to Ewiz the Inferno Dragon if the Ewiz is going to be able to reach the bridge, or just hit it from the bridge. Like, I don't want to go for a... Let's just Fireball Ewiz this. Going to be really nice value there, and perfect. That is so perfect right there. I don't know what he expected to come out of that there, but we are just going to instantly win the game off of that. Going, yeah, that's going to be a good game. Didn't even need the Goblin Drill right there. That wasn't the Goblin Drill's fault. We just went in for the Fireball Zap. Massive value on top of the Bandit and the Inferno Dragon. And when he Lumberjacked, we knew we could just zap it. So that's going to be a good game right there. So this deck with Goblin Drill has just turned into Pekka Swarms, because you have the Mother Witch to get out the piggies off of them, and then the goblins that spawn on top of their tower, and you have the Bandit and the Dark Prince just to kind of follow it up and do their own things around it. So nice first two games. Now we're up against El Gusta, and he's gonna have wall breakers. So probably Goblin Drill wall breakers. Just assume everything that has a miner has a Goblin Drill now at this point. It's basically a miner on steroids. So he's going to have bats. So I believe this is going to be a good matchup for us, because we do have the Mother Witch and we have the Dark Prince to counter his Goblin Drill as well. It's going to be an even trade instead of a bad trade, or -1 trade on miners. And still going to give us counter push. This might even be Mega Knight wall breakers, which would be really good for us here. And that's what it looks like it's going to be. So he's not going to even have a big spell for my Mother Witch. He's going to have Mega Knight for our Pekka. This is just going to be really good for us here. So let's see. Let's go for a Pekka here. This Pekka took so much damage, actually. Hold on. I need to be careful. I probably should have just Dark Princed, honestly. But I was scared of that Musketeer. So we're probably going to see some sort of Mega Knight out of him here at the bridge now that I know my Pekka. Yep. Okay, so let's go for a Dark Prince here. Go like this. That's going to be almost all of his elixir here. And it's going to be a fine defense, I would say. Yeah, Zap not going to do enough for him. Dark Prince should actually still be able to get a counter push off too, yeah. So he's going to still have to spend something on the Dark Prince or else eat the hit. He overcommitted a little bit there. And he's going to have a Skeleton Army, okay. So he sacks the Skeleton Army. We're definitely going to have a nice elixir lead. Even though we kind of... actually, I think our elixir is probably going to be sort of relatively even. But it's not a bad trade. What we got there was not a bad trade. So I'm happy with that. So he has Bats and Skarmy. This is just Mother Witch Central. As long as I keep my cycle about normal, this should be a really, really good matchup for us here. So it looks like I actually was up some elixir. So let's just go with a quick Dark Prince to get it charging before the Prince gets there. Prince is only going to hit its shield, so I'm fine with what's happening here. Just going to go with an Ewiz in the back, honestly. We'll Ewiz right here. Mother Witch going to get some damage on tower. And... you know, obviously, let's honestly just go for a Pekka here on top of the Goblin Drill. It's going to come. Pekka's going to tank for the Goblins, and we're still going to lose a bunch of HP off of it, but honestly, not the end of the world here. Even if he Mega Knights, we do have our own drill. So let's see what he's going to do. We'll just zap that. And he's not going to have a really good time breaking through with Mother Witch and Pekka here. So let's just go ahead and play another high Pekka here. You can go for a high Ewiz as well. This is a really bad Birch battle for him right now. This is going to be really good for us. He's not going to be back to his Mega Knight in time. We're going to spam the bridge. Even though he's going to have his Mega Knight soon, we can zap the Skarmy. Maybe Mother Witch can get a piggy or two off of him. No, but he's going to have his Mega Knight in cycle now, but he's too low on elixir. He can't exactly afford to use it, and that's going to be a good game right there. Right as overtime hits. Really nice game there. It's a free matchup though. That's like the absolute free pinnacle of free. Only the Prince is slightly threatening, and even if, as long as we keep our cycle like aligned, we have Bandit for the Prince, Mother Witch for the Bastard, Skarmy, Pekka for the Mega Knight, Fireball for the Musketeer, a bunch of answers for his Wall Breakers. That's just an epitome of a good matchup right there, and we can go straight into our final game of the video. against this guy. So no matter what, I'm going to leave this game in because we already have 3 wins, which means I don't have to edit. That is always something fun, especially now that I'm starting to do more uploads. Editing usually isn't terrible considering I don't normally edit a whole lot, but you know, having not to edit at all is even better for us. So one goblin does get it on tower thanks to the front placement, and another goblin's actually getting it on tower. I'm going to Pekka now that he's used his Valkyrie. We're going to put that in front. Dark Prince is going to come up and help out. And honestly, I'm just going to Fireball. He's going to go in for Rascals, but Dark Prince is going to do a ton of damage to his tower before he even gets anything off of it. And we only have 1 Rascal on each side to worry about. If he supports, I do have the Mother Witch for whatever he wants to play. Maybe even the Goblin Drill too. I need to get used to its defensive capabilities. And I think after the update, yes, the Rascal Girls do get a hit on your tower, so you can't just ignore them if you can't take any damage. But we can take some damage, so let's just Goblin Drill on the Princess, honestly, here. I want to see if this does anything. No, it doesn't, so we'll zap. Dark Prince is going to be a good counter for him. That's going to be a little bit too slow, though, honestly, getting there. And yeah, our Bandit's going to be able to get on top of his Dark Prince. And then we have our Dark Prince killing off the Goblin Drill of his. So we're in a nice damage lead still. He's going to have a Valkyrie, but this Valkyrie's not really going to get him a whole lot of value, honestly. Actually, it's going to get him a lot of value. It's not going to give him any counter push value is what I meant to say there. He's still not going to get any. He's not going to be able to really do anything with that. That's an easy Ewiz. Reaction time is not very fast, honestly. It's not as fast as it has been, or it seems to have been, but it is going to be quite fast enough to react to the Dark Goblin, especially since I get the reset. So we'll just zap that. Try and keep this Mother Witch alive. We're gonna get 2 piggies out of her, which is cool, but the Dark Prince is gonna have a pretty easy time cleaning them up there. So he's gonna send in a Goblin Drill in the other lane. I'm gonna go in for a Dark Prince. So if you want to pull stuff back using like the minor mechanic, then yes, you can play your Goblin Drill in the back, but if you want damage, playing him in the front is definitely going to be the wave. So let's just go in for an Ewiz behind our Pekka here. That's definitely going to have to be a Fireball. We can go for a Bandit, and then I'm going to Goblin Drill on top of this Dark Goblin. Bandit's going to have to get on tower, yes. And Goblin's not even going to go for the it's not even going to go for the Dark Goblin. We're just going to let everything else kill that. Log comes down, but the Goblins are still alive there. We still have the Pekka, and then we still have the Pekka. One more shot, Pekka. We don't actually get that final shot. I'm going to go for a Fireball here on top of the Rascals and the go on top of with the Rascals, and then we can go for a high Bandit here. That's actually might be too much damage. We might have overcommitted just a bit too much. Oh god, look at all these Goblins getting on our tower. We need to Ewiz. That's not Rocket. That's Rocket Log, but it's not Rocket. So we might actually still be able to win this game. We can go for a Goblin Drill up front. He's going to have the Log now. That's going to be a good game. We definitely overcommitted a little bit too much. And that is Goblin Drill for you right there. I didn't have my Dark Prince in cycle, so I took... I didn't have the only counter to the card in cycle, so I took however much damage that was. So I don't really approve of the Goblin Drill. You guys have seen my thoughts on the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to record. We're going to go with daily uploads. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to record the next deck from here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.